A lot of people use the term servant leader, but very few people know what a real true servant leader is. And I know that sounds a bit pompous sometimes to throw that out there, but I really truly believe that is the best and to me the most effective kind of leadership style, is to be a servant leader, to have a servant's heart, to make sure you're serving your people. And if you do that and do that well, they'll serve your customers. There's got to be a clarity of purpose. And again, that's kind of a big term. What does clarity of purpose really mean? Well, why are you showing up to work every day? Why are you showing up to work every day, spending 9, 10 hours sometimes away from your friends, your family? You've got to have purpose behind that. Your company has to have purpose. Your culture has to have a purpose behind that culture. And I think that's so critically important. Be clear in terms of what the expectations are. Why are we choosing to do something? Explaining the why. All too often it comes down from high that, hey, we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. These big 3 initiatives. The teams have to understand why we're trying to do them. What's going on in the marketplace? Is a competitor doing something that we want to react to? Whatever the case might be, explain the why to your teams. Explain the purpose. Make sure they understand and get the purpose and are 100% committed and passionate about fulfilling that purpose that the company has. I think other things you have to do is make sure you communicate well. Make sure you communicate with clarity. Make sure you probe deep enough. I think one of the biggest opportunities that, whether it's racetrack or whether it's Higher Dynamics, really talk to your people. Understand what their true challenges are. Oftentimes, you'll probably walk into a branch. At racetrack, I would walk into the store and say, what can I do for you? Where can we help you? All good, boss. We're good. You've got to push past that sometimes. Where can I really, truly help you? What roadblocks can I clear for you? What hurdles can I knock down for you? How can I best support you and serve you? And if you can do that, if you can get past that, then you've got something special and magical. So you have to be able to communicate, have that relationship with your team. I think another thing that you must do is prioritize for your team. Make sure they really, truly understand what's most important for them, what's most important for our company to be able to achieve our goals. In the age of information, there's all kinds of information being thrown at us. Every day you read something new about what a competitor is doing, what the economy is doing. And the natural inclination for most leaders and most companies is to react to that. And the next thing you know, you wake up and your team is overloaded with initiatives. You have to be simple in your direction. You have to be simple in your purpose. You have to be clear in what your purpose is and make sure that team understands exactly what's most important. The culture is something that drew me tremendously. And I always knew the next company I wanted to have an opportunity with would have to have a few key elements. One was a people-focused culture. That's a game stopper for me. It had to have a people-focused culture. How do we drive our people? How do we support and serve our people to the best of our abilities as leaders? And so people-focused cultures was important to me. I think another piece too that is critically important, it probably falls into that culture umbrella. At racetrack, I saw time and time and time again, example after example after example of people who would come in making $9 an hour as an associate in a store, and you fast forward a few years later, they're a general manager of a store. Their life has changed radically and drastically for the better. And seeing those success stories after success stories was critically important for me. So part of it for me was, how do I take that and find that in a new company too? And hearing stories from many of the leaders at Higher Dynamics, I know that exists here. And that's the piece that, when you question why you wake up in the morning sometimes, it's those stories and giving those people opportunities to better themselves, people that want those opportunities to better themselves, giving them the opportunity to do so. And I believe Higher Dynamics does that.